My name is JC and I'm here with 559 Mobile Detailing.
Hey guys, Diego with DGL Detailing.
Alright, and today we're going to be talking about the downfalls of the detailing setup.
AKA when goes bad.
So just the other day I was at a detail. I accidentally left my pump running and it was running for maybe about 30-45 minutes. So it overheated my water pump. When you have a water pump in the water tank, the water has to be coming out somewhere. If the water is not coming out, it makes the water pump overwork. So this pump went bad, I have to switch it off and get a new one. So it's happened a handful of times to me because the same reason. I left it on and it kind of overheats and it messes up the pump. So if you guys have a water pump, make sure you turn that thing off after your detail. So the first time my water pump went out, I had a spare pump. So I always keep an extra pump in my vehicle. Unfortunately, the last one went out and this is the second one. So when that happens, that caught me in the middle of the detail. I was doing the foam wash and when I went to go try to rinse the vehicle, the pump wasn't pushing out any water. We did have to fill up a couple buckets, rinse off the vehicle, and we continue with the detail. But if that ever happens to you, just make sure that you guys take care of it. That's what's gonna push the water out your pump. So
that happened mid-detail then.
Yeah.
What's your advice? Finish the job, go fix it right away, Mickey Mouse it, some duct tape.
Yeah.
What would be your best advice?
So my best advice is to just finish the job. I mean, you don't want to leave the location and come back. So I suggest that you finish the job. However, you got to finish it by either filling up a couple buckets and rinsing out the vehicle, or however you got to do it. But just make sure you finish that job and take care of it as soon as possible.
Has anything ever messed up on your setup before?
Yeah, so I had a few things go out. Like for instance, I had the generator cut out. Actually, this same generator, I had this model, and with his setup, he pulls it out and it can blow the exhaust out freely. And mine is behind my toolbox, so the air that was blowing out, these machines have a CO2 sensor, so it kept cutting off mid-detail. So it was pretty frustrating. I had to pull the whole thing out and connect it to it just to finish the job. But like he said, you don't want to leave. You don't want to have to come back. You got to make sure you can do whatever you can to finish the gig. If you can't use air, then go back to your old ways of scrubbing and doing everything by hand. But make sure you finish the job before you leave.
For me, there was one time when I had to leave the location and it was because my generator went out. The generator didn't want to turn on at all, so there was no way for me to finish the detail.
Right.
So, I mean, there is a couple, if the generator goes out and you can't power anything in your setup, then you definitely got to come back.
This is the heart of the operation.
Yeah,
so
but
if you got no power.
If you can, just finish the job. But I mean, if you need to go, fix it or buy a new one or whatever it is, just take care of it. But if you could finish a job, I strongly suggest to go finish the job.
Because then you go back to your old ways. If you got a 50-foot extension cord, 100 feet, I don't know, you go back to plugging into their power. I've been at a gig where the generator cut out and the guy was like, dude, just plug into mine, finish it, go fix it when you head home or whatever. And that's what I did. So finish it by any means necessary and fix it afterwards. Don't let that be next day's problem, tomorrow's problem. That's today's problem, today's solution.
One thing about that is that if you do plug into your client's electricity, make sure you don't have all your tools powered on, because you are gonna pop some fuses or you're gonna bounce a breaker. So just be aware of what you're plugging in. If you only need the vacuum, only plug in the vacuum. If you only need the pump for the pressure washer, only plug in that. But don't go just plug into your client's electricity and plug in your whole setup, because it will bounce the breakers.
Ray, get a shot of this. So this is a 30 amp plug. That means you can run a consistent 30 amps maximum on this plug. You can't do that at someone's house. Most breakers at someone's house is about 15 amps to 20 amps. One machine alone is probably 15. The air compressor is probably 14. The heated extractor is 16. So we can run multiple machines at the same time because of these amperages and these plugs that we use. But at someone's house, if you got the air compressor going, the vacuum and the steamer, that's popping the fuse for sure. So just keep an eye on that, guys.
when inconveniences happen, how do you make it up for customers?
I think there's no easy way. I mean, when stuff goes bad or stuff goes wrong, you just gotta address it. If you do gotta give a small discount or if you gotta come back, I mean, you just gotta make it happen. There's no easy way on that because regardless, you know, stuff is going bad. So yeah, I feel like there's no easy way for that.
So I think the first things first is you just gotta communicate that with the client. Let them know, hey, look, this is what's going on. I'm having some issues. Try to find a quick solution. But at the end of the day, they called you out to do a job. If you can't get the job done, it's cool. Just figure it out, fix the problem, come back and get the job done, you know? And if you want to maybe add something on, hey, I'll add in conditioner, some, whatever the case may be, add on an extra service for the inconvenience, that's a good way. But at the same time, you don't want to undercut yourself. You want to make sure you get paid to fix the equipment.
So today we're gonna be buying a new water pump. We do have a warranty for this pump, but it does take a couple days for us to get it. So we can't wait a couple days. We need it now. So we're just gonna buy a new water pump right now.
How do you guys feel about buying used, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, or buying new with warranty but of course more expensive?
I feel like there's some stuff you could pick up used, but some stuff like the water pump, you just rather buy brand new. I mean, there's no, what if the pump don't work? What if it stops working? Yeah, there's a couple things that you can maybe buy off Facebook Market or, you know, used items, but there's a couple things that you need brand new. So yeah.
How do you feel about it, Diego?
I got a rule. So if anything costs over like $300-400, then for sure get it new, because when you buy it new and it's for your business and that business is making money, you want to be able to make sure that you have warranty on that product. Like the generator I got, I've taken it a few times already. It was over $1,000, and at the same time, they have taken care of the issue every single time because I got warranty on it. Same thing with the pump. We got warranty on the pump, but you gotta do an online thing and it's gonna take a couple days. We need that today to do the detail today. So for this instance, we just gotta buy it. We'll put in the claim for that one, get the second one come in, we got extra.
Yeah, the second one, we'll just use it as a spare. So if it ever does happen again, we always have a spare one in the van, so that way we can just swap them out.
All right, so this is how you can tell the pump is bad. Check it out. The pump is supposed to be a constant flow of water, pushing water to the pressure washer. As you can tell, it's not doing so. That's how we can see that it's not working properly. Let's go to Harbor Freight and get a new one, guys. So guys, as you can see, we get in the store and we get excited. There's a lot of stuff that, you know, always want to get another generator, new pressure washer, new all that. They got all that stuff here. This is the water pump that we're going to use for the system. It has 450 gallons per hour, not per minute, it's per hour. This is a $90 pump. To do the warranty, you got to send them the claim, and they'll send you out a new one over mail. But we're going to buy a new one to get the detail in today.
Transfer pump, it has a plug-in. Yep, that's what we need. You know, we're gonna buy it, go outside, swap them, come back in.
The thing is, when you buy from Harbor Freight, they charge a restocking fee.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're gonna get all of it back. All right, and before we wrap up this video, we want to give a huge shout out to Tire and Wheel Warehouse right here on 1396 North Blackstone Avenue. They went ahead and hooked us up with tires and wheels and the lift kit on both trucks. We're gonna go ahead and try to get the van in as well. Shout out David, thank you guys. On your truck.
You wanna buy it?
We're gonna do a burnout.
All right guys, and that's how we handle the things when stuff goes wrong. Let me know how you take care of it in the comments down below.
And DGO Detailing, don't forget to follow Tire and Wheel Warehouse we'll leave it down below.